Hi everyone, welcome to my force feedback settings in WRC 10 for the Logitech G29 and G920 steering wheel. They're both basically the same thing. Here in the button mapping, I haven't really changed any settings at all, no sensitivity or dead zone or saturation changes. The only thing I have done is map my handbrake to gear number 4 on my shifter and tied it back with rubber bands so I can pull on that. But here's the important stuff over here in the force feedback. I use a max wheel angle of 540, which is very comfortable for me. 480 will also work for a lot of people, but I would not go out of the range from 480 to 540. Now, as far as the overall force effects, I always like leaving overall sliders at 100 just so I don't get any kind of unwanted amplification in any of the other settings. But if you look at my next values, these are way higher than the previous WRC games because it seems like they've really toned down the forces a lot. They feel a little bit more nuanced than they did in WRC 9. I do like the force feedback in this game, even though that's a big debate between everyone about the force feedback on this game. It is absolutely horrible out of the box, as it is with all Kyloton WRC games. So you do need to do a lot of tweaking no matter which wheel you have. So I have self-aligning torque cranked up all the way to the max, tire load almost all the way up to the max. Now self-center in previous games, this has just been a horrible force that makes your wheel very, very stiff trying to center itself all the time. I'd always turn this way down. It's very different in this game. I think I had it on 30 on WRC 9. Here I brought it up to 90, and the recenter force, I leave that at 100. Same thing with the vibration. I leave it at 100 globally, and turn down tire flip as usual. That is a really annoying vibration when your car is sliding. But the rest of the vibrations, I've turned them way up with respect to WRC 9. These are all canned effects. They are not derived from the physics, but they do add a lot to the immersion. Suspension, I've left at 100. Ground surface, I pumped up a little bit. I like this because the game has a lot of different surfaces on different stages. So it helps you to notice when you've transitioned to another surface and that your grip will be changing. Engine, I've got this cranked up. I like to feel the vibration during the gear shifts. And collision also, although this doesn't seem to do a whole lot. I would also like to mention that when you are setting up your force feedback in WRC 10, make sure you test it out over a number of stages, both asphalt and gravel, because the force feedback effects change per surface. So since you often have two different types of asphalt in any asphalt stage and two different kinds of gravel on any gravel stage, the force feedback effects will change depending on what stage you're going on. So if it seems like it's a little bit off or you don't like it on one stage, we'll try a different one before you start tinkering with it, because that can make finding that sweet spot for the whole game just a little bit more difficult if you don't take that into account. There you go. Those are my force feedback settings for Logitech Racing Wheel in WRC 10. If you have any questions, let me know. If you have any suggestions, also let me know. And, well, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.